And actually for Brittany and Kiandra behind them. Ooh, two battles to watch here.
Oh, he's gone down in the final corner. He went up the inside, ran in there with too much.
So, that is Murabel Vitoni.
Are they just pumping out high quality riders? Well, Honda, the Astra Honda team have dominated this championship for many years.
If a rider gets 50 points or more ahead of the one in fifth, then they get a rev cut. Let's look at the grid.
Position number 7 will be Irfan Akal on the Honda CBR 250 for the Metro NWN NCK team.
Cal Vietnam for Honda Racing Team.
Next row is Irfan on bike number 13.
Like to do it.
Ready to go racing. Lights are off and we're away. Oh, good start from 93, but a bad start from our pole man, Critter who went skyward rather than forwards as they make their way down towards turn 1. Doesn't have seemed to have hindered his progress, and he leads them through turn back towards the other grandstand. Now looks like someone going off there, but the marshal's running furiously over towards the entry.
And teammate, of course, of Rish Takahira. Wait by that, let's catch up with what's going on at the front and to see where his teammate is. Unfortunately for Shin Chin Jiang, he
well on board the 44 machine. He's back a bit further in the field than what he would have liked early on, considering that he started on that front row of the grid. What's he back in about 7? Irfan Akal right behind him as well.
Yeah, Kiandra for Yamaha Racing Indonesia up in 3rd.
The top 3 have made a little bit of a gap on this first lap. So as they come across the line to complete the first lap, it's 0.3 covers the top 3 riders, and then almost 1.3 seconds. That's a second.
Murabel.
That was the old follow me. We know that no one takes. That was Galang Hendra Pratama telling him to follow him.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way that he's going to denies the request.
Yeah, the important thing I think here for the race and how this is going to pan out is that Critter hasn't been able to get away. And they'll be back to fight another day, but it's Kiandra Hermawan who leads them across the line this time from Critter and from ARBI.
You can see how much difference that slipstream makes, even on that Critter back to Murabel Vitoni in 4th position.
Yeah, another follow me signal from the number 56, Galan Hendra, to Murabel Vitoni. All the podium places at the moment are up the road.
That FADILAH ARBI leads as they make their way through turns 4 and 5. Away from the pit complex again.
Yeah, quickest lap so far to Kiandra.
That group. And then a little bit of a gap back to the next rider. And I'll tell you what, the Thai wildcard, Panjaruch Chitralat,
also doing really well.
That gap hasn't got any bigger, it looks like, over the last lap or so, as we see FADILAH ARBI go back into the lead.
You know, the lap times being done by the chasing group are than the 3 leaders, but can they make a difference? Can they work together and get up to the front as these are up? And sometimes people talk in hushed tones that Indonesian riders tend to work together when they're faced with somebody from another country.
51.7 for both of them, and the riders around.
Rider through this time.
He might be dragging that chase group forward. Well, it's probably a 1/10 of a second being taken off it. And their lap times, look, that next group is all in the 51s. The only rider in the lead group was FADILAH ARBI, who was in the 51s. The rest of them... Look at that group behind us. It's a massive big lineup of riders all trying to make their way forward. Back to the front. It is still ARBI ADITAMA, Critter Cancun and Kiandra that have got...
Foul of them that time around, that's for sure. What I was going to say is that Irfan Ardiansyah, the rider in 4th, is the one...
but he's starting to pull that lead group in.
Fastest bike is Aiki Yoshi's 4-cylinder Kawasaki.
Yes, but I think it's fastest in top speed, but it just doesn't. Is that a moment for our pole sitter?
Yeah, it was.
Critter Cancun.
So ARBI taking the fight to the front, about half race distance.
And it comes down to the racing. The tactics are a bit different to session. You can see here Critter going back to the lead, runs a fraction wide. FADILAH says, "Thank you very much. I'll go back into the lead." Well, taking advantage of the slipstream. I think he could be the one to watch as these laps dwindle down. I think Irfan Ardiansyah is. Let's have a look. It's Kiandra advantage through the infield section there.
Yeah, Astra Honda, just a phenomenal team, not only about the rider selection, but everything about them is so...
On board the Yamaha 157.
It's a good first... Let's check the gap. He's taken 3/10 out of the third place rider.
And he's just gone to the lead of that group too, Barry, as they come out of turn 3. They're taking it in turns of doing the lead work in that group. Look how close they are now. That's got to be under a second.
It was indeed. Did it charitably.
A little bit of elbow and knee contact there. Set sail for the final corner. Utilise the slipstream down this straight into turn 12, where we saw riders off onto the grass in the underbone class just previously. So it's Irfan back into the lead, but your race leader is still ARBI on board the 93 machine. So Fadillah ARBI doing a great job. Pole sitter Kritapat still in second place, and coming down towards the infield section now. It's important to get a good run through here. To fourth position now, ahead of that 4-bike freight train. It's still the Honda holding them off at the front though. Fadillah ARBI doing a great job, the Indonesian.
Yeah,
8 laps down. Momentum, and the lead group has had an answer for everything that's been thrown at them so far in this race. All 4 of those.
Let's have a
yes,
look.
Yes, it is. Well spotted. Oh no, it's actually it was Candy.
Yeah.
Or Kiandra. It's that's.
But back at the front, ARBI continues to leave.
The final corner. Try and take this race win.
Yeah.
We know we saw it earlier on in the race too, Barry, and I think that's where he probably knows that he has a bit of an advantage over the rest of the field. So he's going to let Fadillah ARBI do most of the donkey work. Pretty hard to try and keep up with him there. You can see the body language just changed a fraction.
Yeah, he looks good, ARBI.
So for a rookie, putting on a polished performance here. Oh, that was a little bit wide. Probably just went over the rough ripple strips, as you pointed out before. You could see the bike starting to shake around a little bit.
For Kritapat and for ARBI, and actually for Brittany and Kandra behind them. Ooh, 2 battles to watch here.
Oh, he's gone down at the final corner. He went up the inside, ran in there with too much momentum, and it is Fadillah ARBI that will take the points. The Honda Astra team, they're extremely happy. They're over the moon. They're celebrating. And after that, indiscretion at the start of the last lap, Kandra ends.
Really great race, the rookie in this class. Irfan Ardiansyah looked threatening, but in the end couldn't quite make it up towards the front. Mahendra, similarly for him. Cal Vietnam 5 seconds down from that group, and just behind him it was Aiki Iyoshi.
He's Ikmal